back to a Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are going to continue, and we are going to run to the, what is it called, the prosecutor's office? High Prosecutor's Office, yes, nearly. February 23, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. Is Edgeworth here? They're standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service. Mr. Edgeworth, you are back from the district prosecutor's office in inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think the whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communication error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time again. Again? I heard them say that so many times, ever since the case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the preceding prosecutor's attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police Gaunt. I can do nothing but wait for his result. I see. Why? I ask you, why? All along, I done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still, wow, never seen him this out of sorts. Let's give him this. Alright, I better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gaunt, no less. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was sold, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? Yeah, I can't say. It really has nothing to do with this current case. No, I'm curious about this. Other cases, I better make a note of it. Evidence from past case, Edgeworth brought back from his office by Gaunt's request. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Let's check this. The text says AI 16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Have you something more? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I passed on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright? Mr. Edgeworth? Just told you no in every polite way. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just showed him my best evidence, I can't get some way. Okay. I know you probably got hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicions you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memories of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killer case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Diamond Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in that case 2 years ago. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What? I want to know why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation. In the truth, I used slightly more extreme effort than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the serial killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief of prosecution wanted to know something. My sister, what? If you were still studying forensic science. Yes, of course. Why, yes, today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminium powder for taking fingerprints. I bet it's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? Why are you? We are the enemy, you know. I know saying today's investigation, do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here is take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these Detective Gamshoe as well? Fingerprint status involved. Well, let's get going. One last investigation, right. I do seem to remember seeing some handprints somewhere. Okay. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So now we need to get... So now we need to go back to the... what's it called? Evidence room. Yeah. February 23, evidence room, sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here is the blood on the detective evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eye again. First we sprinkle that aluminium powder around. How do you do that? With the X button, see? It looks like that did the trick. The aluminium powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. With it triangle. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on the birthday cake. See? Wow, looks like fun. It might take some getting used to though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprints, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. Ah, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mentioned, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down, that's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigation. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look at the other prints? Other prints? Look at the locker door again and closely. I assume there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see what... Find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Ah, there it is. Okay, that is so exciting. Ah, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet. This is quite a process. Well, there's no time in finding a fingerprint and not knowing whose donor is right. Guess she's right. Look at the fingerprints data we got from Miss Edward and point out the person you think. Okay, how am I supposed? Okay. So whose fingerprint would the most likely on this? So this print belonged to the head gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this, so what? I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there are always next times. Sometimes you hit something, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Here. Alright. Okay. Check the print. But to warn you about something first. What? The area where blood was wiped away, right? So, okay, right. So that means no print. Would we say he probably of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that went wiped away. Prints in other and that. Where could it be? There. Game is my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good. Match print will be, but it doesn't look like we get clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger. Wow, this is so exciting. I mean, wow. So, okay, yeah. Hey, these fingerprints there. Who are they? Who is it? Someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? To the court. That got to be the coincidence. He's got involved in this, Emma. This is decidedly different from the gun shoe sprint. The lunar reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall fingerprints on our white blood stained. But why would Officer Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued. This is going to be a pretty short episode, so yeah, I'm pretty tired. I was thinking of just cutting it, just rest a little bit and then record later. But yeah, if it's already the end, then we see this in the next episode when it will be. I have no idea. So have a great day and yeah, bye.